Will I still get multiple offers on my home is one of the most common questions we are currently being asked by sellers who are getting ready or thinking about putting their home on the market. And their answer that we give is not exactly what they're wanting to hear. But in this video, I'm going to break down one, what we're sharing with our clients, and two, are you going to be able to get multiple offers on your home? Now, if you're a buyer watching this as well too, definitely pay attention to the very end, because I think the insights are going to be really valuable for you as well too. If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian. I'm a team leader and owner of Onyx Homes. We're a real estate sales team that has helped 700 people move all over Southern California just since 2020. Now, I make these videos in this channel all about Orange County just so that we can help you make your next move a little bit easier so you can make better decisions. So let's go ahead and dive right into this. So I've got some information that I want to give here, but the real big point to this is there's three different aspects to listing a home for sale. Now, I will say the question is, am I still going to get multiple offers on my home? Now, the answer is that depends 100% on you, right? You as the seller, that's our advice. That's why most people don't like it. So here's the reality is there are three major aspects when selling a house. Number one, how does the home look? And I will say in relative to price. So number one, how does the home look relative to price? How do you get, and I will fill this in at the end with how do we actually get to that? Okay, so that's number one. How does the house look relative to price? Number two is how is the house priced? And I'll say relative to market value, okay? So number one, how does the house look relative to price? And price, how is the home priced relative to market value? Now, number three, how is the home marketed? First impressions online. So these are the three different aspects. Looks good, priced right, marketed well are the three things we say all the time that are hot listings. Now, this is not for all price points in all segments in all neighborhoods, but this is median average for Orange County is homes are selling in 12 to 14 days. So 2 weeks, very fast. But only hot listings are selling this fast. Looks good, priced right, marketed well is likely to sell fast and likely to get multiple offers. Now, when we say multiple offers right now, we're not saying 15, 20 offers and you get to dictate everything. We're talking like 2, 3, 4 offers on a property if you hit all three of those things nail on the head. Now, how, this is the most important part of this entire thing. How do we hit the nail on the head? So looks good relative to price. So if you are going to really test the market and go for a super high price, your house needs to look super good relative to the rest of the homes on the market. So if every other house on the market was like new carpet, paint, stage, beautifully listed, it needs to look similar. If your home is painted, I don't know, lime green everywhere, including the ceilings and floors, and it's outdated from the 80s, and the comps you're using are brand new remodels, that's not looks good if you're trying to get the same price. I hope that makes sense. So does it look good relative to price? Now, if you're gonna say, well, you know what, I wanna hit the top of the market, but like relative to my home is not nearly as upgraded as these other homes, then that's fine. That's still like looks good. You can have an original home from the 80s that looks like a teardown, and as long as it looks good relative to price, you're fine, right? So that leads us into a second thing is priced right relative to market value. So an easy rule of thumb way to look at this is let's say we have a house that was fully renovated at $1 million, let's just say. Fully renovated house for $1 million. And if you had a house that needed all of the work done to it, so let's just say it's totally original condition, it might be livable, but like you'd want to do everything. You'd want to do the flooring, you'd want to do the appliances, you'd want to do the, like everything needs to be done. And let's say that renovation's gonna cost 200 grand, easy round numbers. So it's pretty safe to say that if full market value for a renovated property is $1 million, that this home is worth, and it's gonna cost $200,000 to get there, at least $200,000 less, right? So that is, how is it priced relative to market value? If your home needed $200,000 to look like this one, it's worth certainly no more than that, difference-wise, from a market value, okay? Now, number three is how is it marketed? I'm gonna get to that in a second, but this is your first impressions, okay? Now, let me fill in the blanks here. So how does it look? This is all on preparation. This is where, like, when we say to our clients, like, hey, am I gonna get multiple offers on my house? And it is, when we say it is totally up to you, because how do you get it to look, like, how does it look? It's your choice on how you prepare your home. When we consult with sellers or potential sellers who might be thinking about hiring us, asking for our expertise, we'll walk through the house and be like, hey, here's a list of things you could do. Here's the list of things you should do. And if you wanted to spend money to upgrade the home, like these would be the sheet of things to do, right? And if you're like, well, I don't want to do anything to the house whatsoever, period. It's like, okay, can we at least declutter? Can we like paint this wall from lime green to white? Things like that. And this is 100% your choice as the seller of how much preparation's going into this. Let me give you an example. Is we're talking to a seller right now who's going to be putting their home on the market in the next few weeks. We have a little bit of lead time and they don't really want to spend very much money prepping the home, but they do want to maximize the sale of the home and they want it to sell fast. So we said, hey, how about this? We will front the cost to do these things because it's going to absolutely be worth it. So we'll just front the cost ourselves because we know it's going to be worth it for you. And then we'll just get paid back at the closing. Sound fair? Cool. So we go in and we're painting. We just got the painting done. So like think of fresh baseboards. There was a few walls where there was some discolored. So we painted those things neutral and just like a light refresh. Very simple, very easy. We never want to spend tons and tons of money unless we're going to get massive returns. So this was a small investment to get a huge return in comparison. And our clients didn't have to pay for it, which is really nice. So that was one easy example. And then as far as preparation, it was like, hey, we're going to walk through the house and let you know what all needs to be removed or moved around, kind of restaged, so that we didn't have to pay for staging because this particular client didn't want to spend very much money. So that's fine. That's preparation. This client took all of the advice in order to do it. Now, this wasn't the only advice. They were like, well, do we need to move out or can we still live there? It's like, well, if you do move out, we can do more work to it. It's easier and we can stage it and it'll look better. But is that worth it? And they're like, I don't think it's worth it. Really? Let's just do this one. It's like, okay, cool. That's our job, is just to give we're consultants through this process. And it's your money, it's your house, it's your everything at the end of the day. So that's preparation. Number two, how it's priced is based on how you're going to have it prepared. Now we can talk price. So one thing I've never understood in this business is when a listing agent will walk in and say like, this is what you should list the house for. And it's like, that price is arbitrary to say the least, but it's also like, well, what is the house going to look like when it is listed? Because if I haven't seen your house and we haven't talked preparation strategy, then how in the world am I supposed to tell you what price to list the house at? It just doesn't even make sense. So we talk about preparation and pricing together because how it looks and how you price it should be tied together. Let's say we walked into that $800,000 house and they were like, what do you think we should list it at? And if I said, well, it's probably worth $800,000. And if in their mind, they're like, well, what if we spent $100,000 and remodeled it and it was worth $1 million? Like, would that be worth it? And like, well, yeah, right? So like, that's the conversation, is preparation and pricing are one and the same. Should be one and the same. This is strategy. Okay, now number three, so looks good, priced right, marketed well. Third thing is marketed well. This is your first impressions. I like to give the example is a lot of people, a lot of buyers especially, this is the part where I hope if you're a buyer you're still listening. A lot of buyers treat home buying like they're on Amazon and they think they see Zillow or they see Redfin or Realtor.com or whatever and they can just click buy now and they buy the home. So if you've ever scrolled through Amazon and you see the same product and there might be 10 or 15 of the same product, imagine if one picture has beautiful photography, it looks stunning, there's a video that explains it, there's other pictures that say like this does this, it explains the product, right? The copywriting is incredible, and there's a detailed description of what it actually is. And then there's another one where there's one picture, it's blurry, somebody's fingers on the lens, and the description doesn't really say anything other than what it is. They're the same price. Maybe the other one's more expensive. What if it was 10% more money, right? Which one are you going to choose? If you want to get anywhere near the most money for your house, you have to look at it like this. The buyers will not go look at your house if it does not look good online. So this is, again, your choice. Who you hire is 100% your choice. If you're talking with us, your marketing package is 100% your choice. We have flexible commissions that will go based on which marketing package you want to go with. If you want to go with like kind of the basics for a lower commission, you can absolutely do that. It is your choice. If you want to go all throw the kitchen sink at it and you want to go with a custom marketing package, we can do that too. Totally your choice. And this is where who you hire in your marketing strategy absolutely come in intact. That's who you hire in your marketing strategy, but it's also your pricing and prep strategy. So when we're talking about putting a listing on the market, it's not as simple as put the sign in the yard, pray to God that it sells. It's just that's not how it works. So that's why I wanted to make this video today, is to give you more insight on, will my home get multiple offers? If it's a hot listing and it's anywhere near the median price, yes, it will. Assuming it looks good, priced right, marketed well. Now here's the kicker. If you miss any of these three, your home will not sell. Not anywhere near the median home price, or rather like the market value, nor will it sell fast. What we are seeing right now is two totally different markets. We've talked about this before, so I'll be really brief. Market number one is hot listings are getting multiple offers and selling fast for great prices. Market number two is everything else. They are either not priced well, not marketed well, or don't look good, or any combination of the three. But if you miss one of the three, homes are sitting. And those buyers, you listening, those are the deals that our buyers that we're representing are getting screaming deals on these houses. Screaming deals on these houses because the seller chose to either overprice, they chose to not make it look good for what they priced it at, or they hired somebody that doesn't market well, which most agents don't. So this is 100% your choice, as I've mentioned. Now, when it comes down to marketing, this is something where most consumers, just like most buyers, treat their home buying experience as if they're buying on Amazon. Most sellers treat the home selling experience as if all agents are created equal, which they're not. But instead of asking you to believe that we're good at marketing, and if you're watching this video, you probably understand that we are good at marketing. If you got this in your email inbox, we send an email newsletter every single Friday. This is one of them. And we send it to 17,000 people every single Friday. And we've done this for years. So that's number one. Number two is we generate, just in the last 30 days, mind you, and this is something we started in the last 60 days. We're 60 days into this, and these are just stats on the last 30 days, is we've generated over 950,000 views on our social channels in the last 30 days. So 950,000 views in the last 30 days. I can assure you that other agents do not have anywhere near that much reach. Not anywhere near. Brokerages don't have anywhere near that much reach. Large, massive brokerages have absolutely nowhere near that much reach. Number three is our buyer database is over 30,000 buyers that have identified themselves as wanting to buy a home in Southern California. And we add roughly 1,500 to 2,000 additional leads every single week. I say leads because these people are inquiring on properties. You might be this person who inquired on a property. Maybe you found us on Instagram or TikTok and you got on our property search and you're getting our newsletters and you're watching our YouTube videos. You're doing all the things because you want to stay educated. Fantastic. There's a lot of sellers that are saying, hey, there are agents in the marketplace. Let me side note here. There are agents in the marketplace that will text me and they'll say, hey, Christian, I know you guys have all the buyers in Orange County. I have this listing that my seller does not want to put on the market. Do you have a buyer for it? And I don't want to say every time, but like often we are able to show that house to one or many buyers because we do have a lot of buyers in our database, which is great for buyers because we get a lot of off-market opportunities, and it's great for our sellers because we have lots of buyers. It's really good. Number four is probably the most impressive, is our agents have had, this is again, just in the last 30 days, 2,500, more than this, but 2,500 conversations just in the last 30 days with buyers and sellers. So when I'm sharing advice, it is not from national data. It's certainly not from national data because I don't talk about that at all. It does not matter to us whatsoever. Our market is very different than national numbers. Our market's very different from even 30 minutes outwards. But we are absolutely boots on the ground, tactical about what's actually going on in the marketplace. And because we do so much business local, because we have so many conversations, because we operate as a team and not as a traditional brokerage, we get so much more insight of what's going on in the market. So I could go on and on here, but I hope that gives you a little bit of proof rather than just saying we're good at marketing. That's some real proof. So 17,000 people on our email newsletter, 950,000 views in the last 30 days. That's increasing every month. 30,000 people in our database. We add about 2,000 every month. And our agents have had just in the last 30 days over 2,500 conversations. So again, the message is if you are a buyer, go after those everything else listings. If you're a seller, please put the strategy in place to make your house look good, priced right, marketed well, and it will get multiple offers, most likely. Depends on marketplace. Rather, it depends on the price and location, of course. If you're looking at $80 million houses, you're probably not going to get multiple offers over listing price. So you get my point. But anyway, I hope you found this valuable. If you did, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. And I have this other one that I think you will also find valuable as well too. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.